Well, welcome back, everybody. This is Angelus, and you're back to Train Your Brain YouTube channel of mine. The purpose of this channel, and I've said it before, is to give back to the community, to give back to those that are still with me, past clients, past students, current clients, and just for my fans out there who have never met me, may never meet me, I want to help you guys, help you, your careers, your family. And by doing that, one of my videos I like to give is interviews with past or present clients and students. I don't want it to all be about me. It shouldn't be about me. It's all about the information. And why should you just listen to me? Don't just have to believe me. Listen to the ones who have experienced this. So with that, I want to introduce Sean Rigsby of Rigsby Search Group, LLC. Good morning, Sean. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great, Angelus. It's been too long.
Yes,
How you been?
How's the weather where you are? You're not too far from me, though.
No, it's snow and ice. It's New England.
Yeah.
I just keep telling myself it's 23 days till spring, and hopefully we'll get some nice green on the trees and get closer to summer.
That's right. And the same here. Now, you have been, well, before we even go there, tell us a little bit about who you are, where you're from, your company, your lifestyle, whatever.
Okay. Well, you know, I live in Central Connecticut. I have been working in the recruiting industry for, it'll be 29 years on March 1st.
Nice.
I was with one company for 19 years. I was a partner with them. After 19 years, I was looking for some different challenges and started my company. And it'll be 10 years. I think this May will be 10 years with my company.
Nice.
We work in the environmental field. I mean, company, it's been a great, been very happy with the results. The last 2 years, we've been recognized by Forbes as one of America's best top recruiting firms.
Really?
Yeah, we're in the top 10%. There were like 26,000 nominated companies, and we're ranked in the top 10% of that list.
Outstanding. That's fantastic. I
Oh,
wasn't
thank you.
aware of that. Wow. So, and tell me, or tell the people out there, you have gone, and it's not about, of course, my partner and I. So it's just about the company. So just stick to what you've learned, what you got out of it. Don't say, well, Angelus gave me this and Kim gave me. Who cares? We know you were a past client of ours,
right?
And you learned some techniques, and being humble and hoping that some of them have changed your life for the better, and that's why you're here. So I would like to know, before you started, what were like the pains? If you can give us 3 examples of pains, problems, issues that you knew you had to resolve, and started you on the search for help, professional help.
Well, I started looking for a business coach just before, and my biggest pain points were, one was growing my business like any business owner. We want to grow business, we want to expand, we want to do better. The next one was, I have a little bit of ADHD in me, so I'm going in, a bunch of different directions at any one time. My wife calls me a squirrel, and, I kind of go, oh, that, or that, that kind of thing. Nice. So I definitely was looking for some assistance from an organizational standpoint, a prioritizing standpoint. I'm always kind of looking to do things better, streamline things, to maximize essentially what I'm doing. And this way I can learn that, and it'll be a benefit my company.
Sure.
The other thing I was looking for was to become a better leader. I was always more from an individual standpoint and never run a company.
Right.
Just, take care of myself and some team members who worked under me in the past, but was never really, everything starts and ends with me. And so wanted to be able to do a better job, because the better job I do on that end, the better, the better we're going to be able to bring on people, retain people, grow the company, culture. And we've kind of changed our company completely. this past year.
And
But
what made again? Just
I'm sorry.
Not to get off what you're saying, but how did it change?
So for the first 9 years, my company operated a virtual business model. So what that means is we had people that worked for us in remote locations.
Okay.
I'm here in Connecticut.
Mm-hmm.
I work with clients all over the country. Actually, most of my clients are outside of Connecticut. So my thought process was, one is, why have a brick and mortar office
Yeah.
if my clients are all over? And then the other thing is, at my previous company, I had a non-compete, and I had to kind of have it, I had to have a business address outside. So virtual worked for us. What we've done now in, the past probably 3 to 6 months, before COVID, my son came on board, was unexpected. It's been really good.
I'm glad to hear that.
And he's been with us 2 years now. And so with him on board, I was kind of looking, okay, now we're looking at a transition plan eventually, 10, 15 years out, mind you, not right now.
Sure.
We decided to kind of bring that back, everything back in. So now we have an office in Cheshire, Connecticut, and we're kind of going against norm where you see business now due to the pandemic. Companies are operating virtual. I know your business model has changed.
Yes.
We're kind of shifting back because my business is very, very collaborative.
Mm-hmm.
And so now we have an office, employees are coming in, and we all work in one location. Before, I had like 5 or 6 people before the pandemic who worked in different areas of the country. California, I had a person in Canada.
That's amazing.
South Carolina, Florida.
It's like you started off pre-COVID, what everybody's doing now. It's like all virtual. And then during I guess, COVID, you started going into the more brick and mortar type of business.
Yeah.
It's so intriguing the way that works that way. But it's working for you.
Yes. It is working. We just hired. We have a new person on board. We have 2 new people, looking at a third right now. So it's a pretty exciting time, and it's great, having my son on board as well, and
somebody to really trust to watch your back. So that's fantastic. So basically, the pains and the problems, what was going to happen if you didn't? What was going to be the outcome if you didn't get some help to?
I don't know if I was looking at it from that standpoint, because when I hired you folks, and I'm sure we'll get to it, it made me it made a clearer vision on what I wanted. I thought I wanted this.
Sure.
But then after going through the exercises, with you and Kim, and going through, I really got a much clearer vision on where my strengths are and what ultimately I wanted. And, so that was, really, but I don't know, where I was saying, if I didn't do this,
fair enough.
This, I'm a pretty ambitious guy.
In fact, saying when you said ambitious, I just realized you had talked to other coaches before talking to us, right? How many coaches before that?
I interviewed, on video calls like this, and I even met a couple of face-to-face. I interviewed with 5 or 6 business coaches.
Wow. So what made you pick us? How did we pick?
What made me pick you folks? I figured this was going to be an exercise where I'm going to really have to be very transparent. It's got to be someone I'm going to trust.
Sure.
It's going to be someone who was kind of listening to me in regards to what my issues were. And you guys asked me some great questions.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess one of the reasons why I went with you folks, you were kind of listening to what I was telling you, the reason why I approached you. Not necessarily saying, okay, we're going to do this. We're going to, okay, here's going to be step 1. Here's going to be step 2. Here's going to be step 3.
It wasn't a cookie cutter type of situation.
Right. And so that was kind of important to me. And that's probably the main reason why I went with you.
good listeners, and we custom tailored our services to your specific needs.
Exactly.
And that's what we do with all our customers. And
Right.
I'm very humbled and honored that you've said that. Because when I found out that we were like the pick of the bunch, I'm like, okay, what separates us specifically from the other coaches? And there's so many. When we first started, nobody heard of a coach. That was over 20 years ago. Now it's like there's coaches all over the place, and
Right.
And like anything, any industry, some are good, some are bad. So some give, but not enough, and some give a lot. So I appreciate that. And during the process of us helping you and getting you to scale up and see a new way, a new mindset, because it's, in fact, everyone who comes to us came for the same reason. It's a scaling up that require new systems to add to the ones they already had, of course. But the skill set is not important as much as the mindset, which I know you had an epiphany. And so do you remember when like it clicked for you that, this is what I want to do?
I don't know if there was any one specific moment, but as you were kind of talking, the other thing that, I was kind of intrigued by you folks, and that I was looking for is kind of the mindset, but also kind of, from the personal growth. I tend to be a workaholic, and
Really?
and I don't, right. And I don't shut off. And so you folks were kind of giving me some insight and giving me some tools, or just helping me kind of peel back, what's, doing some things for me. I mean, I know, we're still in contact with each other and still even though we're not working together anymore, but Kim would go, you got to have a little bit of your time. So like last summer, I would go to the beach every morning and
I've seen you on yes.
watch the sunrise, then go back into the office.
Yes.
Yeah, take some pictures, just enjoy some moments like that, where honestly I would have never done that. And looking forward to some warmer weather. I'll be doing that again, because I'm, about 35-40 minutes from the shore here in Connecticut.
Sure. So and I agree with you. I understand. One thing that you have in common with myself and Kim is Kim doesn't shut off either. She doesn't have an off button. And I'm technically a workaholic. Well, past tense. If I still work, it's more like in your level. I need to keep busy. My mind's always going, but you can't put it just focused towards the career. So what I had decided, my hobbies, my lifestyles, my social not platform, but the people I hang out with, my relationships, very, very important. And all my clients come to me. I mean, I've had one or two, in fact, maybe three actually. They had health issues, never mind being overweight. They were suffering from heart attacks and strokes as they were talking to us. And the one thing I noticed in commonality with all of them, and us workaholics like myself, is, well, if you're going to spend that energy like a child, you might as well spend it towards something else besides the work. And what you do in one place, you do in another. So if your career is suffering, it's because everything else outside must be suffering to some degree. So what we were hoping to do with you, Sean, which looks like it worked very well, at least from what I can see from the Facebooks, you started channeling some of that towards, hey, I need to survive, not just work, all the time, all the way down the line. I need to not just hustle and push, but I need to talk to my family, be with my children, talk to my friends. Excuse me. Am I right, or is there
no? You're on task there, and these would be conversations I had with my wife as well, and going through that. I have 3 children as well, 2 boys, 24 and 21, and my daughter who is 17. Those individuals are the most important people, in my life, as well as they should. And they've given me a lot of freedom and always supported me in what I do. But, I obviously with this pandemic, it's made everything a little bit crazy and so forth. So I kind of looked at, where a lot of people were complaining, oh, Jesus, we're all under one roof and all that. And don't get me wrong, it's, it gets a little stir crazy sometimes. But I looked at it like this. Okay, what's the benefit? Okay, my kids will be moving out eventually. We won't be under one roof. So let's enjoy the time we have. The other benefit is I really learned how to make some really good margaritas during the pandemic, and would have one on a weekend or something. I have a pool in the back and just chill out in the back.
Envious.
But yeah, so you gotta enjoy life.
So you just answered my last question. Thank you. You basically started before you met us. And I do remember the first time I met you. This is not an insult, but you were a mess. You were the perfect ideal of a stroke waiting to happen, because all it was just your business,
right?
And you wanted to be a leader too. And by the best leader is the leader that doesn't have to be there all the time. Am I
right?
Correct?
And we're working towards that. And my son being on board. One of the things you folks help me is helping me, and I don't know if this was going to be one of your questions, but really finding out what, from a result standpoint, what I really wanted. And what I found out I wanted is I really enjoy, and I'm talking from a work standpoint right now,
Sure.
But what I really enjoy about my job is more of the technical stuff. I don't necessarily enjoy the business side and the management side as much as I enjoy that.
Everybody has a specialty.
Right. We all have strengths. Now, it's kind of unique here. My son has skills on an operational side. He has kind of like a mini MBA. Nice. And he worked at Stanley Black & Decker for 3 years. And he has a skill set and interest that are more along the lines of what, I don't enjoy doing. So we kind of, it's been a good mesh from that standpoint. Perfect. So I'm really getting a chance to enjoy what I do, because I enjoy coaching as well, but more from my industry, not what you and Kim do. I'm not qualified for that. But, I enjoy teaching and coaching other recruiters and, that kind of thing. So I'm able to kind of give back. I just helped a friend of mine. He's got a recruiting firm, and, I spent some time with a couple of his team members, and, awesome. Giving them some advice and guidance on some things. And that I definitely enjoy. But I also really enjoy working with my clients like you and Kim do. And, and so I really found out the things I really liked to do and enjoy from a work standpoint, but also gave me, I think you guys had to hit me a couple of times in the head, to kind of learn that personal side.
Right. I have a 2x4 with a
get that, because that, that was definitely not me. And I still, have to remind myself on different occasions and such, but
it's a work in progress, my friend.
Yeah, but definitely enjoying that, and definitely giving, having some me time there.
Yeah, you're in the middle of where some of our clients are coming to us at the end, like what you're saying. They have an end game, and they really don't have an end game and plan. They know they have to leave. They know they have to retire. They know they either have to close the business down, which they don't want to because they have loyal employees.
Right.
They may or may not have kids. They have to find somebody, an apprentice, to take over that they trust. Sure. And then some of them just want to leave a legacy, like this channel is all about. So that's what it's all about. It's a process from the beginning to the end. Maybe someday when you're ready to write up your end game, you'll call us to help you one more last time to service you. But if that doesn't happen, it's irrelevant. This is what it's all about, people out there who are looking at this video and have not met us yet. These are real people. And you heard it from Sean, heard it from the horse's mouth, no offense. We do listen, and we do customize our approach and how we use our services for our clients, because like I said earlier, my wife's been doing this a little longer than I have, 22, 23 years now. It's not about what we have to get out of it. It's not about we have to get a certain amount of money, a certain amount of salary. We got to get that contract. No, we've sent people away who were paying very well. It's all about, if we can't serve you, then we'll send you to somebody who does. And if we can, correct me if I'm wrong before I let you go, Sean. If we can't serve you, if we are serving you, we're going to lose sleep. We're going to do whatever it takes because we're invested in your success. Did that
right. No, you folks were fantastic in that regard.
Yes.
Very supportive, always, following up even when I didn't necessarily expect it. So, you guys were great. And that's why we're on, even though we're not working in that regard, we're still good friends and, stay in touch and all that.
So, a lot of our clients have become great friends. So, and when we go back to conking you over the head to get things done, that's an example of we took your business sometimes more serious than you did because we could see its potential. Not that you didn't take your business serious, but we wanted you to succeed at all costs. Right. So, well, Sean, I thank you for being on the call. I appreciate your being candid and honest. Is there anything you want to tell the public out there before I let you go about your business? Or maybe you want to tell us how we can contact you? I will, of course, once the video's up, put this information, in the field, but please tell us.
So, no, and I appreciate the opportunity. So my company, Rigsby Search Group, is located in Cheshire, Connecticut. We are an executive search firm that works primarily in the environmental industry. Mid-senior managers, and the work we do, and I love the work we do because we're able to kind of help our clients grow, watch our clients grow and take care of their needs, but also being able to help people find positions that they couldn't, and put them in positions they couldn't imagine themselves in. And if you want to take a look at my company, it's very easy. The website is Rigsby Search. That's RIGSBY Search, SEARCH.com. Very easy to find. I'm also on LinkedIn. You'll see my name at the bottom of the screen. And my profile is there if you want to do, as well as on my website. And if you're ever looking for some career advice, even if you're not an environmental professional, please feel free to give me a call, mention Angelis's name or Kim's name, and I'd be more than happy to help in any way I can.
And for everybody else, I also will have that information. Obviously, you can, if you're looking at this video on YouTube now, you can look down and see it below in the field. So with that, I want to, again, thank you, Sean, for allowing me to interview you. Hey, your picture really cleared up. It was really foggy before. By the way, everybody, there's a really storm outside, so our technology is affected by that, and we're not giving you the best quality. But
talking to you from my home instead of my office today.
Yeah, well, no, I'm not putting that down. Just on my end too. I'm having some issues, and thank goodness that nobody's noticing it. But again, Sean, thank you.
Thank you,
I'm looking forward to talking to you a little later privately, and thank you for at least talking to my fans who need this kind of information.
Appreciate the opportunity. I hope they enjoyed the conversation.
I appreciate it too. My friend, have a great day.
You too, my friend.